Investigators in Haiti are looking into whether the assassination of President Jovenel Moise was an inside job. Now the man in charge of securing the presidential palace, Dimitri Hérard, has been taken into custody for questioning. Months before the assassination, he reportedly made several visits to Colombia, where most of the suspected assassins are from. The detention follows a report from a Colombian TV news station claiming that interim president, Minister Claude Joseph, is a mastermind behind the assassination. Accusations the government says are outright lies.
The National Police formally denies the allegations, in which Haitian and foreign investigators have supposedly found clues that link interim President Claude Joseph to the assassination of Jovenel Moise.
In South Africa, the death toll has risen to at least 117 after a week of unrest triggered by the jailing of former President Jacob Zuma. The military has called in thousands of soldiers to assist the police. It's one of the largest deployments since the end of apartheid. In some areas, the violence has subsided, including Johannesburg, allowing the cleanup to start. But the southeastern province of KwaZulu-Natal, which is Jacob Zuma's home province, remains volatile.
Afghanistan's defense ministry has said that airstrikes in the Badakhshan province has killed at least 20 Taliban insurgents. The visuals right now on your screen show the moment of the impact of these airstrikes. These airstrikes by the Afghan government come as the Taliban have been gaining ground across the country, taking control of numerous districts and border crossings here. This is the latest coming in from Afghanistan. Afghanistan's defense ministry has informed that the airstrikes in the Badakhshan province have killed at least 20 Taliban insurgents. This in the wake of U.S. troops withdrawing from Afghanistan. We know Taliban has been making gains in Afghanistan. The visuals right now on your screens show the moment of the impact of these airstrikes.
Pulitzer Prize winner, young Indian photojournalist Danish Siddiqui has been killed in Kandahar, Afghanistan. He was killed during clashes in Spin Baldak district of Kandahar. In fact, he was covering the recent surge of Taliban in Afghanistan. In 2018, he became the first Indian alongside colleague Adnan Abidi to win the Pulitzer Prize for feature photography as part of the photography staff of Reuters for documenting the Rohingya refugee crisis. Also formerly worked with the India Today group.
This is what residents in storm-battered parts of Germany woke up to, as record rainfall caused major rivers to burst their banks. A view from the air showing the full extent of the devastation. In the states of Rhineland-Palatinate and North Rhine-Westphalia,
Oh my God!
cars were tossed around like toys in the rising waters.
Oh no!
Homes and businesses washed away. As the flooding in some areas recedes, the death toll rises, with several people still missing. Rescue efforts are on the way to bring the stranded to safety. In villages cut off by floodwater and landslides, helicopters pluck people from their rooftops.
Smashed up cars and piles of lumber where homes once stood. This is the aftermath of a tornado that ripped through Barrie, Ontario on Thursday. Drone footage captured the tornado's trail of destruction across the Canadian town. Several people were injured in the disaster, with some taken to hospital. Local media reported more than 24 buildings were damaged and showed residents trying to recover their belongings. Authorities had issued tornado warnings across the region before the storm touched down in the afternoon.
Rwanda sent members of its defense forces and officers from its national police to northern Mozambique on Saturday in response to a request of support in the gas-rich nation's battle against growing Islamist extremist insurgency, which has claimed over 2,000 lives and displaced 700,000 people. Rwanda has promised 1,000 troops, who will be joined by a $12 million deployment standby force mission from the 16-nation Southern African Development Community, which is to begin on July 15th for at least 3 months. SADC military experts recommend that 3,000 soldiers with arms, helicopters, airplanes, and naval capacity be sent to Cabo Delgado province, where the insurgency that erupted in 2017 is growing.
Coming in at a cost of over €7 million, this British Guyana 1-cent Magenta stamp is thought to be, gram for gram, the most expensive man-made item in the world. First entering circulation in 1856, it's the only one of its kind to survive from the former British colony.
There's only one of it. It is the rarest and most famous stamp in existence. It was printed in 1856 in British Guyana, now Guyana. It was printed at the local newspaper office because of a failure of the British authorities to deliver enough stamps to British Guyana. So it was made under slightly rushed and provisional circumstances.
Shortly after, the emergency substitute stamps were cut from circulation, this being the single surviving artifact.